Hello everybody, it is Richard Urban Warlock from Urban Warlock Healing here. I'm going to do a no context, no hashtag reading and just see what comes out and see where we go. If like me, you are already done with Christmas and all the brain dead morons in the supermarket and you don't want to go out and you're looking for a last minute Christmas present for somebody, I do offer gift vouchers. And there is also the basics of tarot YouTube tutorial. So if you've got somebody some tarot cards and you think, oh, I've not got them enough, you can purchase that. I just need the the email address that they use for YouTube, because it is on private listing. Okay, that's £45 and there is a link in my link tree for that. Okay, so just remember this is collective. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you hear banging throughout this, the neighbours have decided to have their front garden ripped out and have a new driveway put in, which is perfectly fine. However, nobody told me. Yes. Welcome. Right, let's have a look and see what's cracking off for this collective. Right. Right, okay. Let's see where we go with this. Right, so first card we've got is the Page of Cups in the upright position. So cups relates to the element of water. We're generally talking about something on an emotional level. Now with the court cards, they can represent an energy within ourselves or they can be somebody else. Now, pages are more youthful energy, okay? They don't have the knowledge of the kings and the queens. They don't have the forward motion of the knights. They're more about giving something a go. So I'm 41. I look back to when I was 16, which is a little bit hard now. But the world seemed limitless. You give something a go. You wouldn't feel tied down. Now, this page also talks about an opportunity that's represented by the fish poking out the cup there. It won't be the biggest opportunity in the world, but it feels like there is one kind of coming in. Okay, that's where I'm going at the moment. I might change my mind. We've then got the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. So wands relates to element of fire. We're generally talking about taking some kind of action. Now this card talks about the energies around us. So in the upright position, it's that everything's really fast paced. As long as you keep your eye on the ball, you're not going to get left behind. Just keep pushing through. When it's in the reverse position, it's one of two things. It's either that everything's really fast paced and we feel like we're getting left behind, or the energy slows down, it kind of grinds to a halt. Okay. Again, not quite sure which way I'm going to go with this at the moment. I want to get some more cards out first. We then got the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. Swords relates to the element of air. It's generally speaking about the way we think and the words we use. Now, knights, again, they don't have the knowledge of the kings and the queens. They're more so than the pages, but they're more about forward motion. Okay, now you'll notice the Knight of Swords, his horse is kind of leaping and bounding. In the upright position, it can often talk about some kind of message or some kind of news coming in. When it's in the reverse position, it tends to be holding off. Now, it kind of feels a little bit like, to me, that the Page of Cups is some kind of offer. Okay, it could be a love offer, could be a job offer, could be a friendship offer, whatever resonates. It feels like that's something else, because things feel like they're a bit stagnant or a bit too chaotic for you at the moment. You're holding off. You're not kind of rushing in to take action here. But again, I might change my mind. It's okay to do so. Remember that. We're building up a story. Let's continue. Okay. Right, we then got the Queen of Swords in the reverse position. So we're talking about feminine energy here. As always, we're not talking about gender, so it can be a man. Now, when kings and queens are in the reverse position, they're not very good rulers. Now, this queen, if it's somebody else, she could be catty, she could be bitchy, she could be playing mind games, spreading rumours, stuff like that. If it's yourself, it could be that you're seeing things in more of a negative way, a negative light. Again, I'm not sure which way to go with this at the moment. I think I'm going to have to get all the cards out. It's one of those slightly all over the place readings. We've then got the Nine of Cups in the upright position. So again, something on an emotional level. Now, nines are reflection cards before we go on to 10. Minor arcanas run like a standard deck of cards. So we've got 4 suits, start at ace, go through 10 and the court cards. So nine's reflection before we go on to 10 and close down the cycle. Now, this card here, you've got Chappie there looking proud of himself. He's collected his 9 cups along the way and he's looking back and he's going, do you know what? I gave everything. On an emotional level, I gave everything. Things may or may not have panned out the way we wanted to, but we're looking back and saying that I gave everything that I could do, so I'm going to be proud of myself there. overall outcome, okay, world in the reverse position. Okay, so the world card is the very last of the major arcana cards, and it talks about cycle complete. Okay, so unlike tens, which are kind of cycle, ending of cycles, the world is normally when we come up to some big cycle close. So if it's a failing relationship, for example, that would be the world card. If it's that you're coming out to close out a certain job that you've been doing for a while, that would be the world card. Now it's in the reverse position. So this is telling me that you're resisting this. Now, I have done readings before where I've done present, 6 months, 12 months, and this is followed through, okay? Just because a cycle is completing, it does not mean that you know, that, you know, if you resist it, it's naturally going to come to an end anyway. You can resist this for years, okay? Now, yeah, it feels... this is a fixed card. That's what I was going to say. It's a fixed card, so it needs to come to an end. Whatever this is, right? Obstacles or blockages. The moon. Okay, so the moon card for me talks about the unknowns. It's normally when there's something going off and we can't put our finger on it, or we're looking for answers in something, and we're going out looking for the pieces of the jigsaw. We come back and there's always pieces missing. Now, when it's in the upright position, the moon card says don't bother looking, okay? And it's normally because there's either some work that we need to do on ourselves, or there's something else at play in the background that hasn't fallen into place yet. I feel it's more to do with work on yourselves looking at these cards. The more you try looking for these answers to why things haven't worked out, or if you're feeling a little bit like there's something off in the background, it's just going to slow things down. So final card, removing any blockages. We got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position. So Pentacles relates to the element of earth. It can mean money and finance. It can mean non-financial wealth. So when I say that, it's what you invest in your time, efforts and energies in. Now in the upright position, this is about balance. You've got the chap there giving money out to the poor. He's got the scales in his hand there. When it's in the reverse position, something's out of balance. Okay, I mean, it could be financially, again, it's collective, but I want to go more energetically. I feel like, you give too much away. Normally the querent, the person having the reading, they tend to be the one doing all the giving, and the other party, if we're talking about a relationship, friendship, work situation, they're doing all the taking. Right, let's try and wrap this up because it is a little bit all over the place, if I'm honest with you. Okay, I'll tell you what it feels like. Okay, it feels a little bit like, to me, I'm going to kind of flip it around. I'm going to say that page is yourself, and you're coming in, you're wanting to give some kind of offer on an emotional level. The energy around you is slow and stagnant because it's trying to pull you back from that. The Knight of Swords, I feel, is somebody else. Okay, I feel that you're waiting for some kind of news to come in about a situation, and it's just not going to come. Okay, I feel I'm more drawn to say the Queen of Swords is somebody else. Okay. They're not very nice. They're causing issues. You're sat there kind of reflecting back and going, yeah, but I've got all this love to give, and you're resisting ending this cycle. If we go down the love route, it feels like you're wanting to give your love away. You're being a bit tentative, but you're wanting to give your love away to somebody else who's not coming forwards, and instead they're bitching about you behind your back. They're spreading rumours and lies. Not a very nice energy at all. This cycle needs to come to an end. Okay, you need to get your head into gear because you're being ruled by emotions. You need to fucking stop that. Clicking the old grey matter. Don't be one of those idiots down Morrison's who've got no spatial awareness and fucking wandering around getting in everybody's way. Okay, put your mind into gear and take control of those emotions. You can do it. I believe in you. You need to start believing in yourself.